Well, you got your Will Harris replacement. The Saints have finally made a splash in NFL free agency, proven once again the salary cap isn't real. Justin Reid signing a 3-year, $31.5 million contract. 22 of that is guaranteed. I absolutely love this move. Justin Reid is a phenomenal, very versatile, very fun safety to watch. He's a hard hitter. He's going to bring the boom. And like I said right off the top of this video, you lose Will Harris in free agency to the Commanders. This guy right here is exactly that replacement. And honestly, in my opinion, it's an upgrade. Really quick reminder, subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. We've been providing updates all around NFL free agency. And then tomorrow, we're going to be going live Wednesday, March 12th. Not sure what time yet. It's going to be in the morning. So be sure to subscribe and turn on your noties. That way you don't miss the fun. Alrighty, so let's talk about it. This is a really exciting move. It reunites Justin Reid and Tyrann Mathieu in the safety spot. They had some run together in Houston and with the Kansas City Chiefs. At that time in Houston, I'm going to take a look at Justin Reid's stats. That was back in the year of 2018, his rookie season. He had 88 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, and 10 total pass breakups. I think that Tyrann Mathieu and Justin Reid is a really nice pairing, and it's nothing to say that I don't like Jordan Howden as a safety. I just think that the ceiling is so high for Justin Reid, and not to mention, he just turned 28 in February, so he's still a young player, and on top of that, he's an experienced and skilled player who's played not just a lot of good football in the regular season, but he knows how to play quality football into the depths of the postseason. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was successful there, and, I'll tell you what, right now, I think that this is an extremely exciting move. He was a Super Bowl champion in 2022 and 2023 over the course of his playoff career. In a total of 13 games played, he has 5 pass breakups, no interceptions, 79 tackles. I just am really excited for this player. You can line him up in the box. You can line him up back deep. You can line him up anywhere you want. Justin Reid is a player that's going to make an impact. And even last year, he had some really good statistics. 87 tackles, 5 for a loss, 2 interceptions. 9 pass breakups, not to mention his PFF grades were really good. An overall coverage grade of 76.9, a run defense grade of 75.9, and a coverage grade of 77.4. I think that pairing Justin Reid with Tyrann Mathieu is an excellent decision. Not only is this a crazy move in terms of cap space and financials, like how in the hell did we manage to pull this one off? It is a great player to bring in. What have I been saying this entire time? Throughout the process of getting cap compliant, now that we're cap compliant, what have I continued to say? It's been signed players that will make a positive impact for a fair and good contract. Don't chip the player and make them hate wanting to come to New Orleans and not want to come play here. But also don't overpay a guy who doesn't deserve the money. Justin Reid, in my opinion, 3 years, $51 million, or $31 million contract, I should say. I think that's a very good contract. Man, I just pumped up about it. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Do y'all like the move? Do you like the signing? Just to give me a yes or a no in the comments section. I mean, I think that we were in a desperate need at the safety position. After you lose Will Harris, you finally got a guy to add another player to the roster and to the depth chart. Obviously, we'll have to see how things shake out in terms of where he'll line up, how he'll play with Tyrann Mathieu, but I love this move. Fun fact, what was it? I said Tyrann Mathieu at LSU, he played with his older brother, Eric Reid. Is that correct? Yeah, he played with his older brother, Eric Reid. Time's a flat circle. Everything always comes full circle here in everything, which is crazy, especially in the National Football League. I'm pumped up about this move. I hope you guys are too. If you guys want to get jerseys for any of our awesome players, chatsports.com/Saints jerseys. I'll tell you what, Justin Reid jerseys will be available very soon. So when they are, we'll get them. We'll get you covered and we'll get you swagged out. Chatsports.com/Saints jerseys. We got men's, women's, children's size. We also have any color you want. The home, the away, the color rush, the throwbacks. You want a current player? You want a past player? We got you. It's chatsports.com/Saints jerseys. Alrighty, so we didn't actually get the opportunity to discuss the Juwan Johnson move either. This move happened literally seconds after I pushed out a video discussing the Tyrann Mathieu new contract that he signed with the New Orleans Saints. But Justin, I'm so excited about Justin Reid. I can't even say Juwan Johnson's name. Juwan Johnson, the top tight end in NFL free agency. He is back with the New Orleans Saints. And I'll say this, a 3-year, $30 million contract, it's a little rich in my opinion. That's like tight end one money. He's being paid to be a tight end one at least. And I just don't know if he can be that true tight end one. And I don't want to turn this into a hit piece around Juwan Johnson because I'm actually a big fan of number 83. But, for him specifically, I want to see him take that next step and prove to be a truly great tight end. He was a wide receiver that transitioned to tight end after he was signed as an undrafted free agent coming out of college. And ever since then, he's been really effective as a pass catcher, a large catch radius. He's a big framed guy, and, he dominates over the middle, and he can win those contested catches. And look at the statistics, only 2 drops last year, 3 touchdowns. He was tied for 7th among all tight ends in touchdowns since 2022. I think he's a fine player. I just think that the $30 million is a little too high. That being said, maybe we can see increased production and maybe we can see a better football play from Juwan Johnson under Kellen Moore, because we all know that Kellen Moore's scheme definitely caters to tight ends. Ever since his time back in Dallas and even his time in Philadelphia and Los Angeles, the tight end position has been a key factor to the offense's success. Juwan Johnson, I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he's an amazing player, but he is the best tight end in free agency. I'll tell you right now, I'm not done adding to the free agency group, or the tight end group, I should say. I'm also not done adding to the free agency group, but I'm certainly not done adding to the tight ends. I would still go and draft a guy like Tyler Warren or a Colston Loveland, a Gunnar Helm, Harold Fannin, Mason Taylor, any of those guys. I still think tight end is a position in need. This is a contract that's 3 years. If I remember correctly, and I don't want to say it's 100% true because I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not going to sit here and Google it while I'm filming, but Juwan Johnson, if I remember correctly, it's actually a pretty cheap first year. And then the rest of the contract is a little bit more expensive. If I remember correctly, again, I'm not 100% sure. I'll make sure I do know before I film next time. That being said, with Juwan Johnson, he's a player that if you get good production out of him and if he fits in Kellen Moore's scheme and you can maximize his talents and his skill set, then honestly, that's the contract he signs is a massive steal. I mean, look, I'll tell you this. I still think that the tight end position needs an upgrade. The tight end position needs to improve. Some of that comes with play calling. Some of that comes with scheme. Some of that comes with just playing better football. And I think Juwan Johnson should be able to improve this year. I'm excited to bring him back. Kind of a funny little thing on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Him and his wife were posting videos like crazy of him and his daughter saying, where should we go play next? What colors should my next jersey be? Yada, yada, yada. And, it's pretty cool to see that he's back in New Orleans. I think he's going to be hopefully a good fit. I think that he can flourish in Kellen Moore's system, so we'll have to see what happens. But Saints fans, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. Again, we're going to be going live tomorrow on the channel. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But this is why you subscribe. This is why you lock us in. Help us get to 43,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 50K, but we got to get to 43K first. Y'all stay golden. Plenty of content coming your way after this. We'll see you next time.